Hey my babes, I hope we are all good. So, as we are heading into half term, a lot of us are, I thought it would be appropriate to make today's team teach all about how to survive half term like a queen. Because let's face it, a lot of us are busy mums, we are juggling fitness, we are juggling family life, and probably still trying to work during that time as well. So, it is a lot. So, half term is incoming, and you know what it means. Often that means school's out, and so routine is also out the window. It doesn't have to be that way, but I get it. It does feel like often you are juggling a lot more than normal. So in today's team teach, I'm going to share with you 5 tips to help you stay on track, feel more in control, and most importantly, cut yourself some slack and be a little bit kind to yourself throughout this time as well. So tip number 1, I would recommend that you anchor to just one daily non-negotiable. Okay, so choose the one thing that grounds you, whether it is starting the day really well with a high protein breakfast, whether it looks like steps are my non-negotiable, or whether it looks like a training session of some sort, whether that's like 15 minutes from home, whether that's a gym session. Choose that one thing and commit to being consistent with that one thing just for this short amount of time. It's like what, it's not 1 week, unfortunately, it's 2 weeks, 2 and a bit weeks. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, just consistent, because the idea behind choosing this one anchor is that when life does feel a little bit crazy, then anchors create calm. So choose your anchor, whether that's going to be nutrition, steps, or training, and stick to that one thing. If you can do more than that, anything on top of that is a bonus. So I want us all to kind of treat the half term as not necessarily a time where we make insane progress. If you just reframe it in your own brain and see it as a time when you are just going to maintain your progress to date, then that is when you have essentially managed your own expectations. If you happen to do more than that, do better, amazing. But what we don't want to do is tell ourselves that we're just going to continue making progress as we are in our more normal weeks and then fall short of that goal and get really upset about it. So that's tip number 1, anchor to one daily non-negotiable. So off the back of that, tip number 2 would be plan things in pencil, not pen. So go into the week with a flexible game plan. Obviously, if you can do a meal plan, awesome. If you can plug in your training sessions, awesome. But learn to be a little bit flexible with it during this time. So it doesn't have to be completely rigid. So like I say, map out when you might fit in your workouts, map out what your meals are going to be, map out your quiet time. But it's really important when you are out of routine to be able to stay adaptable. So flexibility is literally going to be your superpower during half term. Remember, the plan is there to guide you, not guilt you. But if we do have a plan, there is then less chance of us winging it. All right. So tip number 3, who are the stars of the show during half term? Not us, unfortunately. It's the kids. So my advice would be, when it comes to your movement, include your kiddos in your movement. So make activity fun and share it wherever possible. So whether that looks like walks to the park, whether that looks like garden circuits, that sort of thing, let them coach you even if you have to, just if it means you can get something done. Remember, it doesn't have to be solo gym time, although solo gym time is my absolute favorite. It doesn't have to be that in order for it to count as movement. Okay, it's not necessarily going to be the most perfect, best workout in the world, but let's work off the basis that something really is better than nothing in this instant. You know, if it raises your heart rate, if it lifts your mood, then that is going to be good enough for the next couple of weeks. All right. Number 4, tip number 4, this is a nutrition related one. I would say just keep your meals super simple, but be smart about it. So now's not the time to be overcomplicating your nutrition. I would use your go-to meals that you know work with your nutrition targets. Batch cook in advance if you can, but I know that's not possible for anyone. I know I literally have no time to do that, but if all else fails, just rotate your easy protein plus carb plus veg combo. So if you just think protein, carb, veg or salad for each meal, then you cannot go wrong. Just keep it nice and simple. And when it comes to your snacks, be really intentional with it. Don't just be grabbing for the sake of it. So intentional snacks, I would say, think along the lines of protein yogurts, fruits, boiled eggs, all that kind of thing. So we want to be fueling like the queens that we are, even if we end up eating it one-handed while we're packing lunches and dealing with other kid related stuff. Okay, so tip number 5, and this one's a really important one. It only takes 10 minutes, but my advice would be protect 10 minutes just for you. So whether that looks like reading a book, having a little stretch, like sipping a cup of tea in silence, a warm one, not one that's been microwaved 5 times. I would encourage you all to claim just 10 minutes of mum time each day, okay? And this isn't being selfish. By doing this, you are literally refilling your cup so that you can keep on giving to our little darlings, all right? Even 10 minutes of you time is going to keep your sparkle alive. So they are my 5 tips. Which one of these are you going to implement? All of them, hopefully, because bottom line, half term does not have to throw you completely off track. It is not about being perfect. It is just about staying connected to your goals, but in a way that's going to work for just the next couple of weeks, okay? So remember, it's only a temporary thing. Plenty of time to smash it again once the kids are back at school. So out of the 5 tips I've given you, I would start by picking just 1 or 2 to start with, and then give yourself some credit for every small win.